What is up, everybody? Master Darkpoi Gaming. I am Darkpoi, and welcome to the channel. This is week 2 of La Liga May. Thank you so much, everyone who's been following along with the league. I truly appreciate the support. If you're new here, please consider being a subscriber. And as always, if you enjoy the content, leave a like down below. Now, without any further ado, let's get into La Liga.
All right, hole number 1. This is Ikigai Enzo 4. This one's either a Enigma or a glide skip paradigm back in. Just want to keep it straight, and this one's definitely one you want to get an eagle on.
100% getting the eagle here is absolutely clutch, Fergie. First off the tee, we have Fosterkid. Fosterkid currently has 1 league point. Getting points in this league is going to be very tough, but when you do get them, it's going to be a big opportunity. Up next, we have Puttfluffer coming in with 0 league points. Puttfluffer was one of the players who had a time violation in the first event, so has unable to claim any points yet. Next up, we have Codeblue. So far, all 4 of our players have played an excellent tournament, and you're going to see why right here. Codeblue catching a little bit of a bad break, catching the tree there, but still not a total deal breaker as far as a number 2 shot. Up next, we have Felicks. Felicks coming in with 2 league points. Definitely going to be a clutch round for all 4 players if they are able to continue on to round 3. For our second shot, we have Felicks throwing a nice clean shot right up to the base of the basket, securing the birdie. Codeblue follows suit with a very similar shot, playing to the base for the guaranteed birdie. Puttfluffer hitting the big eagle shot. That's definitely a big play right there, what you want to see. Up next, we have Fosterkid. 111 feet is pretty tough and hits the band. Oh, what a good run there. Not the end of the world. Besides the eagle, the rest of our 3 players picking up the birdie as we move on to hole number 2.
Hole number 2, this is Lost Island 8. This one is one of the more difficult eagles, depending on the wind. But the tee shot is really what matters. You want to make sure you get a good angle. You can either not turn it enough, but you'll saw it off left OB or into the railroad, or you can overturn it too much and go into the water. So just keeping that angle is really the main concern off the tee. And once you do that, you'll have about 500 feet maybe on the upshot, just depending on how far you made it down. But it's definitely one you want to get an eagle on to stay in contention.
Picking up the eagle is absolutely clutch here as well. This off-the-tee shot here can be absolutely brutal. Puttfluffer getting the eagle on hole 1. Off the tee, gets a little bit too much turn, hits a tree, and falls down into OB. This is a pretty big, brutal win from right to left. Easy to push you into either this early break for OB or into the coal miner's tunnel. Fosterkid getting a big skip, big push up forward. That is an amazing shot. Next, we have Codeblue. Again, this is some big wind. You know, I can't guarantee whenever I'm throwing, I can't guarantee that I'm going to be able to make it all the way down here. The tree collision there just outside the tunnel can be a little bit of a, hit or miss in my opinion. And right there you can see Codeblue catches a little bit too much turn, also ends up into the OB. And then Felicks playing with this big fade directly into the coal miner's tunnel. That's a tough break as well. So 3 out of our 4 players getting the bad break. And that's definitely something that can be brutal in an event like this. I mean, really brutal anywhere, anytime. So Codeblue, Felicks, and Puttfluffer all throw in their next shot over here to kind of give themselves opportunities for the birdie. Fosterkid with a big albatross opportunity, runs the big skip shot, fades a little too early to miss the albatross, but that's a totally difficult shot. Puttfluffer running the big shot and hits the band. Ooh, what a good opportunity to run it there. Felicks, oh man, trying to save it. That was a good shot as well. Codeblue having to settle for the par. Fosterkid getting the big swing on the card by picking up the eagle. That is so clutch. Way to go, Fosterkid. Felicks having to settle for the par, and Puttfluffer also settling for the par.
This hole is a champion landing 5. This one's just like a long straight hole. Really just playing this one for birdie, but you might be able to get far enough off the tee to get a long eagle look.
This, in my opinion, is one of those holes that is very underrated. It's superbly difficult. You have OB on the left and the right. To try to get the eagle opportunity requires a pretty big skip shot off the tee. And if you're going to run that, then you know that there's a high-risk, high-reward scenario. Puttfluffer showing us right here how to do it with the big DD. Going with the big skip. I think that was a great shot. When you run that play, though, it's pretty easy to get turned over and into the OB. Codeblue hanging it out over. Also getting a pretty good play over here to the right. And Felicks also running the risky shot. You can tell everybody's bringing their big A game. You have to. If you want to try to get those points, it's a must run. But even then, even with the big shot off the tee, there's no guarantee that you're going to be able to get all the way up here for the eagle. It's definitely a difficult shot, in my opinion. Codeblue up next at 239 feet. Got a tree practically directly in front of him, and hey, makes the shot. Oh, bounces it off the rim. What an amazing shot. To flex it in there around that tree is awesome. Felicks running the shot, hits the cage. Great opportunity, good bid there. Puttfluffer going with a little bit of a flip-up play, but catches a little bit of a leaf there, which slows the disc down and drops it before the basket. Fosterkid picking up the birdie. Puttfluffer also taking the birdie. And Felicks taking the birdie as well.
Hole number 4, this is Frozen Valley 5. This one is probably the most easy eagle to get out of Frozen Valley, only because there's really no OB in danger.
I get what you're trying to say there. The no OB definitely makes it a little bit easier or a little less risky to run, but with all the trees behind the basket and with all the tree cover just kind of surrounding the green, it's definitely still not a gimme. If you can get the shot off the tee to get far enough over here for the good opportunity, it's definitely a good separator hole. I hadn't said this before, y'all, but Fosterkid is a lefty, so you are getting an opportunity here to see the different lines that a lefty could run. And for some holes, it can be a very big advantage, and for some holes, it can be a disadvantage. So I'm pretty pumped that we have a lefty on the card here to showcase the different lines that are available to the lefty players versus the righties. Felicks throwing a great shot. That's a good big skip. That gives you an opportunity to throw like kind of a bigger shot over here to run the eagle. Codeblue catching a little bit of leaves there. Puttfluffer. Ooh, Puttfluffer's got the big risk hat on for this round. I love to see it. Felicks throwing a big forehand shot to run the basket. It's a little bit short. Fosterkid finding the tiniest window between the trees, but it's not quite enough on the turn to get into the basket. Codeblue needing to hit this for the birdie. Easy, makes it looks easy. That's pretty solid. Fosterkid taking the birdie as well. Puttfluffer also settling for the birdie. Felicks as well. We got ourselves a star frame.
This one's Pioneer Base 7. This one's one of the more tricky holes in the game, in my opinion. You can go inside backhand, or you can play it safe left and just go for the birdie, just depending on how you're feeling.
Personally, I love this hole because I do have a line that I use, a backhand flex line, which gives me a really good opportunity for running the eagle. In my opinion, this hole, getting the eagle, is also a massive separator if you catch it in multiplayer. So that's pretty legit if you can catch it. Puttfluffer off the tee, going with a line that's similar to mine, but it skips a little early, fades over into the water. Felicks also running a line. This is very similar to the way I would throw this play as well. This wind doesn't make this shot easy at all, but like you see here with Felicks, a good backhand flex can get you at least the distance you're looking for to give you the eagle opportunity. Fosterkid running the big shot. I like that opportunity there. It's no gimme. Running the basket here is no gimme. I've had some massive things happen. Kick off the basket to fall down, fall short. I mean, a lot of things can happen here that you do not want to see happen. Felicks going with the 52-meter play. It fades a little early. Almost catches the big shot. Codeblue, 65 feet. That's pretty much a gimme for the birdie there. 57 feet. Same here for Fosterkid. Gimme for the birdie. Puttfluffer having to settle for the par, and Felicks also cleaning up the birdie.
This hole, this is Coyote Canyon 9. This one's a really hard one to get. Definitely consider this one a really good bonus eagle if you can get it. Really looking to go backhand, skip driver, and then try to make it down as far as you can to have at least a fairway look to try to run it for an eagle.
Absolutely. A bonus eagle 100%. You have to, in my opinion, at least make the arch in order to have an actual good look at the eagle. It's a tough shot. In my opinion, most players are going to play this for the birdie play because you're more often than not going to catch a bad beat of some sort and not get the distance you need. Felicks, this is kind of a play that similar to the way I play, a big backhand flex. I mean, this is a massive opportunity. Felicks, that is an incredible shot. Puttfluffer going also with a very similar line. Puttfluffer fades a little early, though, and catches the second pillar. So, yeah, from back here, it pretty much takes the eagle shot out of contention. Codeblue running the shot up to... Oh, I love it. Oh, I love that. I think that's a big skip disc. If not, playing the ramp there, it's fantastic to kind of give yourself an opportunity. Definitely a high IQ elite play there. Puttfluffer. Oh, what a great shot. Everybody's making me eat my words. All right, I love this. I love the fact that these players are so amazing that they can run this shot even with not ideal conditions. I mean, there's not really a lot of risk there because you have the wall back there to stop your bigger shots. So you can really run some big shots. That being said, even this 38-meter shot for Felicks, hitting the band, it's no gimme. So the whole card is settling for the birdie. We're going to get ourselves another star frame. But boy, you love to see those big shots. If any one of those number 2 shots lands, that's a highlight for sure. And now we're moving on to hole 7.
This hole, Cavallo Legends, hole number 9. This one, again, you can go straight driver shot with the Enigma or a Paradigm. Sometimes you can go Rive, depending if it's like a headwind or a certain crosswind. Really just want to keep it straight for as long as you can, so that way you can lay it up to kind of like that little hole there on the left side and get you an eagle.
Absolutely. That little pocket there is 100% clutch. That has to be the aim point. With this big left to right wind, there is a massive opportunity for the Albatross. Making sure that you get all the way up forward is so important. Codeblue catching a little bit of a bad beat by hitting the little jawbone there. That's tough to see that it fell into the lava there. Fosterkid, as a lefty, this shot breaks my head. I do not understand how that flight pattern worked that way, but I don't need to understand how it works. Felicks up next, throwing the big shot, getting the big skip, almost a little early on into the lava, but this is the pocket you want to find yourself in. Felicks having a massive opportunity for the Albatross. I mean, wow. Puttfluffer getting the big turnover they're looking for. Nice big skip. Being over here is no gimme for the Albatross. However, it is there. Definitely possible. Fosterkid playing to the pocket. That's where you want to be for the Eagle. Absolutely. Puttfluffer running the big shot. It's a little high. I respect it. A fantastic shot. Love to see it. Codeblue must get this Eagle. That bad beat in the lava was awful to see, but is able to pick up the Eagle. No harm, no foul. Felicks getting the must-get Albatross from that point. Absolute must-get. Fosterkid getting the Eagle there. That's the pocket play, and that's kind of the play you're looking for. And after Puttfluffer runs the big shot, getting the Eagle.
Champions Landing 4. This one can be tricky. You got OB on the left and OB on the right. So, again, you just got to keep it in the fairway, keep it as straight as you can off the tee, and hopefully you can get yourself a putt there.
This is a dangerous hole. It's a super fast green. You can easily play yourself into OB. I have done it about 1.5 bajillion times. And, again, I love the way this layout turned out for week 2. A lot of holes in this layout that are separators, giving opportunities for players to run big-time shots. All 4 of our players showing us why they were on the lead card, playing elite rounds. I absolutely love to see it. This La Liga has been so much fun to put together. It has been a lot of work, but I absolutely love it. Sorry for not maintaining the schedule the way I intended, y'all. Things kind of happen, but I will continue to bring you this coverage, and if I'm not able to make it each week on time, I promise you I will continue to upload all the weeks I need. Quickly, just want to give a big shout out to all 4 of our players for recording their rounds. I truly appreciate it. I wouldn't be able to bring y'all coverage if the players weren't okay with kind of actively participating, and that's kind of something that I appreciate so very much, because disc golf is something that's just a big part of my life, and even though this is just a video game, I love being able to communicate with the community. I love being able to do these things and bring this type of stuff together. It's just so much fun to do. It's a fantastic hobby, and as long as y'all will keep having me and keep coming back and watching the videos, I'm gonna forever keep recording them, so thank you, everyone. Now, let's move into hole 9.
On to Highlanders Ridge, hole number 8. This one is a long, straight distance shot again. This is one of the more gettable bonus eagles, in my opinion, so I definitely think a lot of players are trying to get this one.
Yeah, I totally agree. Getting a big tee shot correctly and making sure there's no tomfoolery is the big point here. Felicks really turning the shot over. Kind of find myself in those similar positions when I overturn the shot. Puttfluffer kind of getting a little bit of a bad beat there, looking for at least to skip off the wall to get the push into the fairway past the wall. Codeblue wanting to get this shot to play correctly. It is so clutch, making sure that you have an opportunity to get the big skip. This is what you're looking for. Giving yourself the actual opportunity for the eagle. Fosterkid with the big lefty play. You gotta think high risk for falling down this hill. That was pretty nice that it didn't fall down the hill in a negative way. Felicks just playing up to the top of the hill. Puttfluffer following suit. Fosterkid, this is a big shot. You gotta respect running it. Falls a little early, doesn't land in for the eagle. Codeblue also running the big shot. I mean, much respect. You know, if you miss it, it's going to fly down the hill. So you got to hope at least to catch cage. Oh, or at least that, right? So Felicks having to take the par because of the first shot off the tee. Fosterkid taking the birdie. Puttfluffer also taking the birdie along with Codeblue. Let's go ahead and take a look at our scores. There's our lead card. Fosterkid taking the -11.
Thank you so much, everyone, for sticking through the entire video. I truly appreciate your time. This is Master Darkpoi Gaming. I am Darkpoi, and hopefully I'll see you in the future.